What's going on, people? Welcome back to the channel. So I'm going to do a quick match reaction to the game that finished today. Rangers won, Celtic won in the final Old Firm game of the season at Ibrox. Celtic going to Ibrox and drawing with Rangers in the final Old Firm game of the season. It was a really poor game, to be honest. It looked like a friendly to me. The intensity wasn't there from both teams. I thought Rangers were the better team in the first half. I thought Celtic played better in the second. Celtic, I think, should have won it in the second half. I think Celtic played better than Rangers in the second half. But, you know, both teams will go away feeling disappointed they didn't win this game. I think Celtic, there was a lot of players who didn't perform today very well. In particular, I didn't think Scales was good. I thought Liam Scales was extremely poor. The goal that we conceded, Dessers, Scales needs to do so much better. He needs to be stronger. He's bullied by Dessers for the goal. It's really poor from Scales. I thought that midfield was very poor. Apart from McGregor, I thought McGregor tried his best, but the other two, Engels and Atate, non-existent, I thought. Adam Idah, he got the goal, but Adam Idah, he's not good enough. I've had enough now with Adam Idah. He just hasn't got what it takes to be a Celtic player, in my opinion. He's just not good enough, unfortunately for him. He gives 100%, but he's just not at times. But his attitude's just not right. He's just not good enough. He's not clinical enough when it matters. Doesn't get involved in the game. But yeah, so many disappointing performances by Celtic today. It looked like it didn't matter to them as much as it did to Rangers today at times. But yeah, the game started. Rangers started the better of the two teams. I thought Raskin was good again for them. I thought he was by far the best Rangers player. I thought he was the best player overall, to be honest. He is a good player. I'll give it. Raskin is good for them. But yeah, he was dictating the play. You know, Celtic started really nervously. Like I said, Rangers should have scored in the first few seconds. Balogun, it's a free header. Leon Balogun should have done better. It's poor defending from Celtic. I have no idea who's marking Balogun, but Balogun got away from his man. Free header off the crossbar and out. Celtic very lucky not to be 1-0 down in the first few seconds of the game. Rangers again, another chance. Cherney comes inside, hits one. It takes a deflection off Carter Vickers. It's going in. Simazalo, brilliant save, tips over the crossbar. It was a really good save by Simazalo. Celtic's first chance was from Adam Idah. It was a header. Adam Idah headed it straight towards... No, it wasn't Adam Idah, it was Carter Vickers. Carter Vickers from a corner. Headed it towards goal. Liam Kelly saved it. Really good save by Liam Kelly. Tipped it over the crossbar. Rangers had a free kick. Nico Raskin, again, a free header. Celtic, nowhere near him at all. Really was poor. I have no idea who was marking him. Free header. Simazalo needs to do better as well. It goes in. Rangers thought they were 1-0 up. But Nico Raskin, fortunately for Celtic did play a good line and keep Raskin offside. And it stayed at 0-0. Rangers did get the goal, though, that they deserved. I think Rangers were the better side in the first half. There wasn't much in it, but I do think Rangers were the better team. They showed more desire in the first half. It meant more to them in the first half, which was really disappointing from Celtic. We've seen that a lot in these Old Firm games recently. Celtic not giving as much as they have done in previous games against Rangers over the last few years. But yeah, Rangers, Celtic, it's a really good chance for Idah. Idah gets through. It's the only time he did get through, really. Really good ball from Atate. Idah, he beats Suter to the ball. He's quicker than Suter. All he needs to do is just ride it past Kelly. But for some reason, he tried to lift it over Kelly. Kelly saved it. Straight away, Rangers break. The ball comes to Diamande. Diamande plays a really good pass into Cyril Dessers. Cyril Dessers, really good touch away from Scales. And then he uses his body really well to hold off Scales. Rolls it past Simazalo into the corner. 1-0 to Rangers. Really disappointing from Celtic to be 1-0 down. And at half-time, it was Rangers 1, Celtic 0. Really was poor from Celtic in the first half. Second half begins, and it went sort of the same way as the last one did in the second half. Celtic played a lot better. Celtic got the equaliser. Yes, it was a bit fortuitous from Celtic. Rangers should have got rid of it. It was a good ball from Taylor down the left-hand side. Maida gets him behind Tavernier. The only time it happened in the whole game, and it creates a goal. Doesn't surprise me. Should have done it more. But yeah, Maida, gets away from Tavernier, but Tavernier does get back in the nick of time. Suter, you know, goes to clear the ball, hits my Idah, ricochets into the box, comes out to Idah, first time shot, hits Suter and goes into the net. You know, took a deflection off John Suter and went past Liam Kelly into the net. 1-1. Celtic were level. There was a VAR check, but everything was fine. It wasn't offside or anything like that. There wasn't no fouls or anything. And yeah, the rest of the game, you know, really petered out. I thought it was really poor in the second half from both teams. I did think Celtic was slightly better, the better team in the second half. Celtic should have won it at the end. You know, John Kenny came on. John Joe Kenny came on. I thought John Joe Kenny was really good when he came on. You know, done his bit. Won a free kick, you know, against Balogun. You know, Balogun played really well today as well for Rangers. I give him credit. You know, at his age, he did play quite well for them at the back. But yeah, Celtic, you know, should have won it at the end. It's a really good ball from Hatate. You know, it's a poor ball from Chabanier, I think it was. Hatate intercepts it, plays the ball through. Dyson Midas running through. On goal, Liam Kelly comes out. All he needs to do is just roll it across to Kenny. Kenny's literally in the box. And Yang came on. Yang was at the back as well. Back post. All he needs to do is just roll it across. One of them would have tapped in. Celtic would have won this game. But it wasn't to be. So yeah, the last Old Firm game of the season, you know, Rangers won 2 games overall, you know, in the league. You know, Celtic only won 1, but Celtic did win in the League Cup final. So 2 wins each overall and a draw. So really end up in a draw, really. Rangers obviously got the upper hand in the league. You know, so, you know, Celtic need to sort that out because that's not good enough. The fact that Rangers, you know, they struggle against everybody else, but they compete against us. And in Europe doesn't make any sense. But yeah, Celtic, you know, go 18 points clear, I think it is now, of Rangers. So they've increased the gap. You know, obviously we wanted it to be 20 today, but it wasn't to be. I think we missed a lot of players today. I thought Forrest was really poor. I didn't think Forrest was good today. I thought Kuhn being out was a big miss. Jota as well. We need to invest in the summer and get more attacking players in. I don't think Idah's going to cut it. It's Celtic. He's had enough time now. You know, really was poor for me today. Also, fans as well. Fans today who threw the cups and the glass on the pitch. Absolutely shocking. Whoever that was, whether it was a Celtic fan, a Rangers fan, whoever, it was absolutely terrible. They should be banned. They should not be allowed into this game. You can understand why away fans won't be let into games of this nature. If people are going to throw bottles and, you know, cups on the pitch, coins, everything like that, it's just not good enough. It's shocking. Both teams look bad as well. But yeah, that's just not acceptable. So hopefully the clubs work together and they find out who did it and they're banned for life. Personally, I just don't think it's right at all. But yeah, Celtic, you know, will be happier out the 2 teams. Obviously, Barry Ferguson, you know, he hasn't won again at Ibrox. He's not going to get the job permanently at Rangers, obviously. I don't think. But yeah, Celtic will be disappointed, obviously, but it is what it is. And yeah, that's my match reaction. So move on to the next game next week. We've got 3 games left. Then we've got the Scottish Cup final as well. We've got injuries as well, like I said, Jota not being available, Kuhn not being available, Johnson was a big miss. I don't think Ralston was good today, as either, to be honest. But yeah, thanks for watching this video. Take care. I'll see you guys with a reaction to the next game. Peace.